Guys, thanks for taking the time to talk to us tonight. Tell us a bit about yourselves for those that perhaps haven't come across you yet. I can't.
Okay, so we're half of Doomsday Outlaw. This is Nick. Hello. This is Ryan. Keyboards, drums, indie, bass. The other guys are packing up and generally probably talking to people. Talking to people not in a toilet. That's the sensible choice.
I don't think you need to say that.
So Ali's on guitar and Rowan on guitar and Phil on vocals, out and about. But there's only so many people you can fit in
a toilet.
Here.
We asked for a double.
Yeah. A double toilet. Yes.
We won't fit them on this chair either, to be fair.
And how would you describe your sound as a band?
So I mean, we were heavier blues. So we were always kind of the bluesy end of Black Sabbathy. But this new album we've got a lot more kind of Faces, the Black Crows, Skinhead. Just a few more influences in there, a few more pop influences to be honest. All stuff that we listened to but we never really put in the mix before. So yeah, we're a classic rock. Any bit of classic rock that you like, that we like, ends up in there.
So sum up your 2022 in 3 words.
Great, good, in it.
There you go.
It worked. No, to be fair, it was
damaged goods. Yes.
Yes. It was a very good year, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. That's me too. Yeah.
So you mentioned on stage about your new album that's coming out. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah. So Damaged Goods is out on February the 3rd. So if you go to doomsdayoutlaw.com/store and there's a link there, and we have all sorts of goodies. We've got CDs, we've got gold vinyl, we've got gold cassettes. Gold cassettes.
I keep saying we should be selling them with Bic pens to wind them, yeah? Exactly. Bic, if you're listening, can we have a deal? Just so you...
yeah, so that's what we're in it for, that big sponsorship.
Yeah, see, that was it all for.
And yeah, so it's like I say, it's the stuff that I said before. It's the bluesy stuff that we did before, but with a lot more country and pop and everything else. It's the best stuff we've done. Best songs, best performance. Yeah, I would go and get it. We've had like a handful of singles on it, so go and check it out on YouTube if you like what you hear.
Quite a few singles.
Buy it.
Really,
4.
Is it 4?
Yeah. But yeah, good. Have a listen and buy it.
So what else is in store for this year?
So we've got the album launch shows at the start of February. Leicester on the 1st, Sheffield on the 2nd. Sheffield on the 3rd, sorry, on Friday the 3rd, and London, Grace, at Highbury on the 4th on Saturday. So those should be good because we're playing the album in full, plus a few other things.
But before that, we've got next week. We've got the 27th.
We have. When's this going out? It's probably out. So and then we've got Love Rocks, Back to Love Rocks on the 1st of June. So that's good. Nice location, nice people, nice crowd. So looking forward to that. And then HRH is the other thing that we have had announced, which is in November. And then we've got some irons in the fire for summer, but nothing that's confirmed for announcement yet. But yeah, keep an eye out.
Cross your beers.
So it's actually quite unusual to see a 6-piece band around. What are the advantages to being a...
It's unusual to interview half the band in a band as well, you know?
Yeah.
What are the advantages to being a bigger group?
If someone drops a ball, you can blame someone else. Like,
which one was it? It's like you did.
Yeah, unless it's the drummer, then it's like it was him.
We've got a much more diverse palette to play with in terms of textures and sounds that we can sort of come in and out with.
I think the thing is, I mean, speaking from my perspective, I think we've got some really talented musicians. Ryan's fucking... I've played with Ryan for what, 20 odd years?
It's about 20 years, yeah. And we're only 30.
Man and boy. Ali's as well.
Had a very hard life,
so, but the thing is, I mean, like on stage, and I think like in bands I've been in before, you've had people that kind of like they want to hear themselves, but I don't. Like when they were asking what I want to hear on stage, I was like everything. I want to hear everything because I want to hear what he's doing. And that's why I was like over on his side of the stage, listening to his mix, listening to Ali's, and because even though we're playing the songs, but we're also making stuff up and keeping it interesting. And I think when you've got 6 people who all they're all really good at their instruments, but they're all really comfortable playing with each other. They leave space for each other.
I would add that we're all really good at listening. Like, you get a lot, there's a lot of musicians fighting for space, and I think I've been on these recordings since the beginning, but I've only been touring for the last year, and I've found that everybody's sort of making a bit of room for someone to do something when we are like improvising jams and grooves.
So, yeah, I'd second that. I love hearing everyone else play.
Yeah, it's good.
It's tremendous.
So, if you could have one band come to see you live, who would you like to be there?
Who would you like to be there, Ryan?
Prince.
Is this dead or alive? I was going to say dead or alive.
Dead or alive, famous or, you know, more obscure?
ZZ Top. Because a lot of the stuff that goes on with this that I play to, it's, to me, got a lot of ZZ Top in it. And I can just, I'd love just to watch, God bless his soul, Dusty Hill, obviously he's not with us, but let's say he was, all three of them just by the side stage going, that'd be working for me, be like, yeah, done. Like, other than that, Motorhead, Lemmy, yeah, of course, but like, actually, like, yeah, someone could be there now, like, yeah, Billy with ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, like, yeah, if I could have him see it, because I reckon it'd be like, just a whole band, how was that? Right on. It's like, I could die now.
Say Jimmy Smith for me.
I was going to say Jimmy Savile.
No, Jimmy Smith. I'd love him to see how Hammond organ's gone from playing like jazz and bebop to thrashing with you guys. Like Jimmy Smith would appreciate it, I reckon.
Yeah. Faces for me.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the funniest things is like the day. So I got married in Vegas, and the day before I went, we went to the pub and saw McLagan, and just spent all evening talking to him about keyboards and music, and he was absolutely tremendous. So yeah, I mean, I had a lot of time for him before, but the Faces was tremendous.
Cool. So
I'm just sending a picture of this to my missus.
You do it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Look where I am. Look.
Gonna get in on this.
Hello.
Carry on. Sorry. Carry on. As you were.
Bacon sandwiches or plant-based bacon, if you so prefer. Brown sauce or ketchup.
Barbecue.
Oh.
Barbecue sauce, hash browns, and bacon.
It is bacon and brown for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Both together. A lot of people have said both together. I have never contemplated putting both on the same sandwich.
Barbecue.
There's some sick fuckers out there. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so finally, really cliched question, but it's really important. I'm part of a music studio. We've got a lot of talented young musicians who would love to be able to take their music further. What advice would you give them?
Don't get in a band.
No, just do get in a band. That'd be my advice. Get in a band, play with people.
Yeah.
Because
true.
There's nothing that beats actually playing with people. Like I say, like even now, like I say, when we're on stage, we're not playing the same thing. We're like listening to each other, and we're learning, and we're leaving space, and like that's what keeps it interesting. And if you can play in your bedroom and you can play along records, that's great. It's a great way to learn.
Get in a room.
But you need to get in a room with people and learn how you interact.
Get a room with people, get a room with different people.
Get a bigger room than this. Yeah. Fewer people in it.
You won't be much of a drunkie here, let alone anyone else.
Get good at playing stuff that you can't play.
Yeah.
Actually practice.
Yeah.
Rather than playing
Playing stuff that you're comfortable with.
Yeah. Badass.
Yeah.
No, I've smelled beer. There you go.
Last time I was trapped in a disabled toilet with a strange
I'm just going to cover like beer on you. Last time you trapped in a pub with a strange man, dousing you with beer. Hello, darling. But yeah, otherwise, get in a room, not a room this size, not with these people, but a room with other musicians and play with other musicians as well. And
but I mean, it won't be these musicians because you said talented young musicians.
We're definitely not young. Countless times I've woken up in the morning and Mrs. gone to me and she's literally looked at me and gone, you look like shit, like, good morning dear. It's like, thank you so much, I love you too. We've been here 15 years. It's like, well, I suppose you've got to get on the slope at some point, haven't it? Join the band, kid. Great.
It's all rock and roll. Guys, thank you so much. It's been really great to talk to you. It's been, it's the best place I've ever done an interview.
Love the acoustic qualities.
I'll let you out now.
Come on, you
sound like you've taken
the
us
doorway.
hostage.
Yeah.
It's like flush with success here.
Yeah.
Like Terry Wayne. Control this door.
Come on, it's warm.
Thanks.